Hello my viewers, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about predestined. So why is this important? So I'm going to look at the definition of predestined. What does it really mean when they say like you are predestined for greatness, you are predestined for success, you are predestined to be what you are called like now. So we're going to look at Romans, and we're going to look at Romans chapter 8 this from this 29. Alright, for those whom he foreknew, he also predestined to be conformed to the image of his Son, in order that he might be the firstborn among many brothers. And those whom he predestined, he also called. And those whom he called, he justified. And those whom he justified, he also glorified. Let's look at these two verses. As you can see, so predestination or predestined, it means like the outcome or the outcome has already been determined in advance by God himself. It is like something which has already been prepared before, so that's why they're using predestined. If our fate, or if everything about our lives were just about destined, as in like no predestined, it would be like so hard for us to walk in it, because no one has paved the way for us. But right now we can see that Jesus Christ, being the firstborn, he has paved the way for us, and there is a predestination for us, something which has already been prepared. The outcome has already been prepared. That this is the outcome, this is what my children will face, and this is what my children will have. So those who have been predestined, they have already been for you. What is for you? So it's like God already knew us before we were born. Let's look at that in Jeremiah 1 this 5. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I consecrated you. As you can see, there is consecration, and he already knows us before we were even in our mother's womb. It was like everything about us, even our birth, he already knew about it. So let's look at this 2:29. I mean this 29, yeah, the second verse. So it says that, and those, 30, there's 30. And those whom he predestined, he called. And those whom he called, he also justified. And those whom he justified, he also glorifies. So these are the things you have to know. First of all, he knows you, he forms you, he consecrated you. And as long as you undergo this, it means you are predestined. So whatever you are going through right now, just know that God already knew that you will be in that situation, and everything has already been predestined, and whatever is going to be yours, it's going to be yours, because it has already been predestined. So the good thing about predestination is that no matter what you do, the outcome is always going to be the same, because it has already been prepared, it has already been declared, it has already been shown. Like in the spiritual realm, it is already there. So even as we are making our prayers to God, everything has already been provided in the spiritual realm. The time you are praying is like you are agreeing with his will. Like, okay, God, this is your will, so like I command this to come into my life, for it has already been predestined, it is already yours. What you need is to gain access to it. That's why we pray, we go in alignment with the will of God, we go in alignment with what he has already predestined for us. So this is an important chapter, an important topic, that predestination. is so important for us to get to understand, because as it is said in chapter 30, those who are predestined, they are called. You cannot be called if what you have only is destiny, because for those who are predestined, it is like they have already been prepared. They have already gone through the process where God knows you, because at first you are not without form, so he knows you as the person who had no form, as nothing, as dirty, as mud, as dust. He knew you as dust, then he formed you. He formed you, and he placed you in your mama's womb, and then he consecrated you. As you can see, like babies are consecrated for 9 months in the womb before they go outside the world. So for you, it's like he has to consecrate you before he releases you out to the world. And after that, after consecration, and he calls you. So for some of us, we don't know like that everything about our lives, we have already been predestined to be what we are today. He has already formed us, he has already consecrated us. Right now he has called us, and for those who are called, he justified, and no one can go against those whom God has justified, as it has been said in the same chapter on this 33. So we can see that you can never call something unclean which God has called clean. And if you are called, and those who are predestined, they are called, and if you are called, you are justified, and if you are justified, then you are glorified, as I've already talked about in the process of transformation and transfiguration. It means that you are glorified, because by the end of transfiguration we can see glorification. So here you can also see glorification. Once you are justified, then you are glorified. So that's how it is supposed to be. Those who are predestined, they are called, and those who are called, they're justified, and those who are justified are glorified. So that is